Hey guys, We Live Jeep here. I still have the Jeep. I need to get new tires for it, but I got a new project. It's a 77 F-150. When I bought it, it didn't have any of this chrome trim on the bed or anything. It was missing a rear bumper, so I've done a few things to it already. I put this chrome trim on the tailgate, put the rear bumper on it. These are new tires and rims. It had some chrome rims and some 35s on it, but they were dry rotted and the rims were a little too wide for my liking. So I put some different kind of rims on there and some 33s. 33s is just what I found on Craigslist for a good deal, so that's the only reason I downsized to a 33. Otherwise I would stick with a 35. So here's a little overview of it. It's a long bed, got a toolbox on it. It's four-wheel drive, got a 400 V8 and a C6. Although I am looking on Craigslist currently for a NP 435. It's a 4-speed manual with a granny low to put in here, and that should be here very soon. But yeah, it's been somewhat redone by the previous owner. He was a guy down in Texas where I bought it from. We've got speaker system in there. These seats are actually out of a 90s Dodge. I'm not sure what year, but I know they came out of a 90s Dodge, so these aren't original seats. And four-wheel drive. Put a radio in there. So. F-150 custom. Got a light bar in the front. There's the engine. 400 V8. It's got factory air, but it's missing the compressor. Got all the lines for it. Got them sealed up, just taped together right now, but it's got all the lines, got the condenser and everything. I just got to get a compressor for it, and maybe replace some of the lines in the dryer. Then I'll have AC in it. But I mean, the heat works good, runs good, drive around town. It's been a great truck so far. I bought it for $3,000. This is a great deal for this thing, and I put about $1,000, maybe $1,200 into it. I redid the entire bottom end, pulled the axles out, put new radius arm bushings, new ball joints, new axle seals, rebuilt the front differential. I'm missing a front drive shaft. I still need to get one. So technically it's four-wheel drive, but I mean it's two-wheel drive right now. Rebuilt the differential, Dana 44 front. I also rebuilt the 9-inch rear end in the back. Put new ball joints, new wheel bearings, new spindle bearings, spindle seals, wheel bearing seals. Everything's new. Only thing I haven't replaced is the shocks and the springs, obviously. And the leaf springs, I need to get new leaf springs because it's still using stock leaf springs with blocks, and I don't really like that because of the axle wrap. But it's got 9-inch rear end. What else have I done to it? Had some Nerf bars on it when I bought it. Took them off, put the single step on it. I put cab lights on it. It didn't have cab lights when I bought it. It didn't have the toolbox, and it didn't have this diamond plate railing on it when I bought it. And that's about all I've done to it so far. I mean, it runs good, drives good. I'll start it up for you guys. It's got dual batteries too. When I bought it, the guy had an amplifier and a sub in there and everything, and I took all that out because I don't really need that. So I just got the speakers in there now, but now I got a second battery that's still hooked up to the isolator, but I mean it's not doing anything. So I got to figure out something to do with it. I'll leave the hood up so you can look at it. It's 77. It's got 135,000 miles on it. These old trucks, they maxed out at 100,000 miles. So once you got to that, it just start over. So even though it says 35, it's 135. It's got a mechanical choke. The radio works good. probably only getting about 10 miles a gallon with it right now, but I mean, big as it is and old as it is, what do you expect? No knocking or nothing. Engine was rebuilt, or that's what the previous owner claimed. So, you know, the C6 behind it, the transmission's a little tired, so that's one of the reasons I'm putting manual in it. Paint, it looks a bit better in the video, but I mean, it has its rough spots on it. See it's peeling right there, and see it's peeling right there, but I mean, it's fairly decent. It's got a few spots. Should have washed it. I was getting some wood yesterday and it got dirty. I don't have carpet in it right now because I had the seats out because I was fixing something with the floorboards. But I got new carpet and I got sound deadener in the garage, so once I get that, I'll get that in here in the next few days. And that'll help quiet down the cab. The cab's pretty loud right now. You see the radio works good too. Radio works good. See my wiring right there. Yeah, it's a good truck. I'll get some more videos. Well, I got some videos I'll put in at the end of this video. Me driving it. So this is where the subs were. The guy had cut a big ass hole in the back of the cab, and he made a box into the bed. You see where I took it out. And he had the subs in the bed. So I took all that out, and I'm gonna bring it down to the shop here in the next few days and weld a new plate in here. I'll put some beads in it to give it some strength, and that's one of the reasons I got the truck cheaper, is because I was able to talk them down with that. So, and I sold the subs and everything for a pretty good price, and that helped me pay for some of the parts to redo underneath the underside of the suspension. Other than that, I mean, it works good. I just put a piece of metal in there to block it for now. But it's been a good truck. Got dual tanks on it. Got a 20 gallon in the rear, 19 in the front. And that's about it. I don't think I got a good view of the front either. Alright guys, stay tuned for more videos, and thanks for watching.